Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed. This is round 2 for today in the markets for market close, and it is Power Hour. Let's go. Put that Power Hour template there. Let me see who just joined the stream. Welcome back to Panagitis, Paul, Raptors, Jorg, Edwin, OM Bassnet, Yopity, Tanisha, and John. Welcome back to the stream. Hit that like button if you just joined. That would be awesome. And so markets actually continued to bounce in the past couple hours as I was gone for a bit, which is good. Looking pretty awesome. You know, some stocks like NEO's up 5.4%, up 6% just recently. We're seeing PALANTIR finally go up a little bit, but not that much. C3 up 7%. Facebook up 2.7%. BNGO rallying right now. We are seeing the value stocks obviously still kind of red. Actually, in the past couple minutes, some stocks did go down a bit. But yeah, Snapchat's still up 7%. Bumble is now going down slightly, up 3 percentage points. Today overall is another good day. Looks like this could actually continue. But look at Robinhood. Robinhood down again. Down 0.3%. What is happening, right? Like, what the hell? This is the bottom. This is where it's currently at. It's up 10% from the bottom, right? From the bottom of the bottom. It's not that much, right? Because, Robinhood did go down more than 40% in the past couple weeks. It is failing to recover. So I'm adding more to my Robinhood stock. I actually sold some Bumble. I got some cash on the sidelines, and I am buying more Robinhood stock at 22.7, 22.5, etc. I do think Robinhood is looking at a nice valuation of about 19.5 billion. I don't think it's super overvalued or anything like that. I think they're most likely going to rally in the coming weeks. If they've got some positive news coming out, that would aid, that would really help. A lot of people saying that Robinhood is not going to go up. We have a lot of people saying, at least we have a poll running right now in the live chat, where I pretty much asked Robinhood stock, yay or nay. 71% says nay. 71%. So the vast majority thinks that Robinhood at this price is nay. So not interesting. Which, if you would just zoom out right now, it's the lowest level, where it's one of the lowest levels that we're going to see probably. So I'm all for it, right? I'm yay right now. I would say I'm going against the grain, as I usually do. I think Robinhood is quite attractive at 22.67, and I will be buying more if it stays this low. I will sell some stocks. As other stocks are going up, I'm like, hey, I can take some profits on those stocks and buy some more Robinhood at like 22.6. I'll take it, But yeah, we'll see how this is going to envelop. Yeah, so it looks like the EV companies are doing phenomenal today. Look at Rivian, man. Like, Rivian is just taking off again, sitting at 122. Even Lucid, Lucid had some very bad news recently. It looks like it doesn't matter. So people are still buying Lucid stock like freaking crazy. NEO hit 35 today, which is still very, very low. I can't emphasize this enough. I think NEO has a runway till 40 at the least. It should be very easy for NEO to get back to 40. But that's how much we're getting right now. And with Tesla, it's sitting at 1,063, up 1.1%. People think that tomorrow there's going to be a split announcement, which could be quite interesting, right? If they do announce a split, that could trigger a rally of maybe 30 to 40%, just like that in a couple days. So that would be interesting. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be the 9th of December. That's what everybody's talking about right now. Which, if it is the case, I'm going to miss out. I don't have that much Tesla stock. I have like a couple $1,000. I bought Tesla stock below 1,000, right? I didn't want to buy above $1,000. Made use of this little dip right here, but I don't like Tesla these prices. I want Tesla to be going to like $900 before I start buying. Like, seriously. But yeah, markets are, I would say there is a lot of bullish sentiment. You know, look at the Russell being positive by about 0.5%. And the NASDAQ is negative, the S&P is negative, Dow Jones slightly positive, which is kind of crazy because I do remember that. Yeah, there you see, this is the Dow Jones. It was negative for most of the day. Now, just recently, the past couple minutes, we've seen the Dow Jones go up, and it's now positive. NASDAQ is doing okay. You know, it's been rising. S&P has been rising as well. And, well, look at Apple. Apple is sitting at 174.3. It hit an all-time high of 175.9. Almost hit 176. But it sold off for about 1% from there. I think Apple is getting it's getting very bulky. It's looking a little extended, if you know what I mean. Either Apple's going to be announcing something very big near term, or this is going to end up very ugly. I think there's probably still some room left, but not a whole lot of room, if you know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, if you just joined the stream, hit that like button. Let's get to 50 likes. That'd be awesome. Let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover down below in the live chat. I'll check them out in a second. Meantime, I want to just see what's happening with Facebook Meta platforms, because we see that it went down quite a bit right here. That I think that was on the announcement that they were not going to change the ticker right now. They were going to change it next quarter. So next quarter, we're going to have a ticker change for Facebook. Basically, Meta platforms. It's going to turn into Meta. I think it was MTVS, Metaverse. You know, MTVS coming up next quarter. But yeah, I think the company overall. I mean, they had the same market cap as Nvidia. I mean, that is just ridiculous. You know, Nvidia doesn't make even close to how much Facebook makes. Facebook still is growing. Nvidia is obviously growing very sharply recently because of the supply chain issues, right? So it's really, really benefiting Nvidia. But I think it's kind of ridiculous that Facebook has been getting punished like this. And I do believe that we're going to see a recovery back up. We're going to get close to all-time highs. You know, markets are close to all-time highs. Why shouldn't Facebook be? Obviously, Apple has had a negative impact on Facebook, but I do expect us to see it get back up to all-time highs or close to all-time highs before the end of the year, which would be about a 10 to 15% move, right? From here, I think about 15%. I think that should be fairly doable, as the stock is already starting to recover about 11%, and that is in about 5 days. And I think we have 22 days in this month, or 23 days. Plenty of time for this to recover. All right, what else is happening here? Bumble coming back down a little bit. Sheg actually went up. Look at that. Sheg is actually doing pretty phenomenally, I believe. Yeah, it's 2.1% to the upside. That is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Robinhood still flat, obviously. And what else are we seeing? I'm a little disappointed in PALANTIR, actually. It's been doing nothing. It's been flat for several days now. You can see that it is rising. You know, there is room left. I think it's going to be breaking out above 19.8. You can see right here. There is quite a bit of resistance around 19.8. And, you know, we have about 45 minutes left of power hour. If we break above this, I think we're going to go all the way up, right? Tomorrow and after tomorrow. It's going to look phenomenal. Although we do have the CPI report coming up on Friday, which could potentially be bearish. I don't think it's going to be that bearish. I think most people are already expecting high inflation. Let's see how PayPal did. I think last time we checked it, it was sitting at 187. It's sitting at 196 now. And I have been quite bullish on PayPal, by the way, around this price zone. In fact, I think we started covering PayPal at 208, and I said it was, you know, potentially nice for dollar cost averaging, but And then I said that it would have a nice bottom at the 170s, which is where I would personally buy. And I bought a little bit of PayPal. And I think it is going to do phenomenal until the end of the year. I think it's still down huge. You know, it's like, I think it's down 40% still, or 35% from all-time highs. 36 percentage points. That doesn't really mean anything because the growth rate did go down. Although I don't think that the growth rate is going to zero. They're still growing. And I think they've been punished severely for the Pinterest potential merger, if everybody still remembers that. So, yeah, I expect them to, you know, until Christmas, get back to this 220, 230 gap. Maybe we'll rally back up to 240. But that's like my short-term target, to just fill this gap right here, hopefully in the coming 2 weeks. But it's looking pretty good. Short-term looking pretty good. I did like PayPal a lot more, like 180, but, you know, people are buying the dip, you know, you can't stop them. And let's see what's happening here. Nano dimension up slightly. Come on, Palantir. Come on, man. MACD on Palantir is about to be crossing. Every single time that it crosses, by the way, we get a massive rally on Palantir. I think for some reason my my t-shirt is really bright. Might be because of the light shining on it. See if I can fix that real quick, because that could be a bit annoying. No, it doesn't really. I'm gonna just put on a different shirt. Maybe put it down like this. I'll remember that one for next time. No white letters on the t-shirt. Okay. Right, so this is the MACD for Palantir. I just want to quickly compare, right? We had bearish divergence right here. Then we had the drawdown, you know, obviously after that happened. And then I think right now it looks like we're at almost the lowest. You can see this, right? This is the lowest MACD level we've seen since probably March of 2021. And then if we just compare, like, these levels to price movements, let's see. Let's go back to March. What kind of a move did we get back then when the MACD crossed? I think from this low right here, that's a 23% move right there. And that, you know, including this, that's a lot more, right? So let's just include this, right? About 36% back then. Back here, we had a move of approximately, you know, even more than that, right? 45% plus. I think right now, let's just say we get a 23% move. I think that would make sense. Brings us to about right above resistance, which is, I think, $21 level is going to be resistance. We would have approximately 11% to the upside. I mean, I'll take it. No problem. And that's just like in the coming days and the coming week. So yeah, Palantir still looking good. I think it's looking at a really attractive price of 19.7. I liked it better at 18. You know, we got it at 18 very briefly. I think the fundamentals are still improving. Growth rate is slowing down slightly, but that is definitely not static. That could change. It could be subject for change in the future. Perry says, I'm making a lot of money on Virgin Galactic. I mean, Virgin Galactic just became so oversold. People are buying it not because of the fundamentals. They're buying it because it's so oversold. It's like you look at the chart. It's like that's the lowest level in several years. You know, where we got it at, like 13.8, 14. Bounced like 20% already. And many growth stocks are bouncing up quite severely. Bumble is getting back up. Bit of a dip to 30s. Did we see a dip to 36? Oh, we got a dip to 36? What the hell? That's crazy. Really? Okay, so that actually happened. Apparently, Bumble, for a brief moment, maybe an hour ago, dropped like 5% and just came back up. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I would have never thought that that was gonna be a thing. So rise up. Let's see. Neo sitting back at 35. I still think it's looking cheap at 35. I think it's just gonna pass through these resistance levels, like how a knife passes through butter. It's gonna cut through butter, cut through resistances, get back to 36.3, which is a gap fill here for Neo. But it's already up 5.7%. That's quite nice. C3 coming down a little bit. So is Palantir, and Nasdaq is about to go positive. So VIX is coming back down. All right. So the VIX just casually dropped 42%, like it always does. That's about how much it goes down before it like starts bottoming out. This zone right here could be the bottom for the VIX for the next coming days and maybe the next coming weeks. But we still have some room left to the downside on the VIX. You can see that right here, about 6% to fill the gap. So that might still happen. But anybody shorting the VIX right now, I mean, it's dangerous. You know, we have used this level as a support in the past. You can see that here on the VIX. That was back in beginning of 2021, end of 2020. So, yeah, I closed my short positions on the VIX, just so people know. I am not shorting it anymore. It is just too risky, you know. The risk to reward is now, it already went down 40%. But who knows, right? Who knows? Robinhood is finally doing something, right? 22.82, getting back up slightly, just 0.5%. Alibaba down 0.5% here. And are we seeing anything else? Amazon is going sideways. Apple is refusing to go up. I think it's probably going to go down here. Most likely going to go down. I think it's going to go down to like, fill the gap to 165. That would be just a couple percent from here, right? It's 4 or 5%. I'll be very surprised if it just keeps going to like 190. I wanted to potentially short Apple. But I changed my mind last minute. I thought it was not really worth it. On any kind of downturn, I don't think it's going to go down more than 10% right now, unless something really big starts happening here. I think my camera is doing pretty weird. I haven't noticed it until now. There we go. I think that should be good. Your camera has some problem. Yeah, your head is fading. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using a green screen, so I have to like adjust the camera every now and then. Let's see. I'm so disappointed in Palantir. But you can see right here, whenever Palantir bottoms out, you can see how it moves. Maybe I can show you right now. Usually what you get is this massive move, right? Right here we had a massive move, 10%. And then it just kind of goes sideways, right? We see this almost every single time. Massive move, sideways, and it slowly goes up. And I think the same thing is going to be happening here. This was the big move. It went up 9%. And it's going to go slowly going to go up here. Which I think is going to be the case for Palantir. Like every other time when it goes down. Unless there's like a catalyst or something is happening, I think that is going to be the case. And it's just going to slowly go upwards. So for anybody holding Palantir, I could just copy this, for example. 1 second. Let's just copy that bar pattern from there to there. You can see that if I would just use this here, it kind of fits. Let's just use it right there. Something like that does make sense. Although do keep in mind, Palantir came down about significantly more than back then. So we could see a little bit more buying pressure depending on contracts coming in. And we definitely don't have earnings coming in near term. We had that early November, just a month ago. So about 2 months without earnings, without a proper catalyst. So we'll have to see how this is going to roll out here for Palantir. but I still think it's cheap at 19.7. Definitely not that expensive. I prefer it over Snowflake. You know, Snowflake's sitting at a market cap of like 113 billion. Obviously, Snowflake does have a higher growth rate, but still, I think it's a pretty good deal that we're getting right now. What is that? Oh, Robinhood is going up. Finally. Yes. Yes. It is starting to move up. Let's go. 23.15. That is what we're seeing at least right now. Yes. Yes. Although most people were bearish on Robinhood, it's taking off a little bit now. 23.2, 2.1% to the upside actually. Still going up. Okay. Booyah. Could be that the insiders are done selling. I mean, it's been about a week with insiders being able to sell their 31 million shares. So yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, Robinhood is going up 2.4%. Hell yeah. I'm very happy about that. Can we please see it go to 24? It's still going. Look at that, 2.4 percentage points. It's not up that much though. It's still sitting at 23. I keep in mind, if you would just compare that to recent levels, it's a bit of a joke. We were sitting at 35 like a month ago, 4 weeks ago. We're seeing a lot of selling pressure like instantly as these buyers are coming in. And the volume is spiking heavily on Robinhood. Look at that. That's like a 1% drop like that. A lot of strength still though. Let's check the 1 minute chart. I think this is an institutional buyer, most likely. This is not retail buying. I doubt that is retail buying. Keep in mind, 55% of Robinhood is owned by institutions. So there's a high probability that if you see any kind of selling or buying, it is being done by institutions. And I think it could be Cathie Wood, right? Cathie Wood has been buying a lot of Robinhood recently. It could be Cathie Wood buying right now. That'd be kind of funny, because in a couple hours from now, we will know whether Cathie Wood has bought Robinhood or not, because she does release that every single day. She'll show her little history of what she's been buying and selling. So that would be kind of funny. But somebody's selling into that. Buying pressure. It's probably not retail. Robinhood is still heading up. It's up about 2%. Bumble up 3.6%. Shake up 2.1%. And what else are we seeing here? AI is still up 6.7%, not coming down. Okay. And wow, NEO is going up 6%. It is sitting at 35.1. The indices are all green. We have Russell going up the most and the NASDAQ going up the least, which is kind of surprising. You would expect the Dow Jones to be going down the most actually today, but that is not the case right now. 23.21 on Robinhood. Can we breach that freaking resistance? Come on. Are we going to go above it? It's 23.3. See, this is the resistance, what I'm trying to say. There you go. And we're going above it right now. Oh, wow. This is just beautiful. Finally, it is moving. We're finally seeing some movement. That is just great. Okay, can we keep it up? We shall see. Can we keep this buying pressure up? It's up 2.6%, and it's going down again. Uber up 2% here as well. Looking good. I think Robinhood is literally the last stock that went up, and it's going up again. Oh boy. Here we go. To the moon. Yes. Finally. It's about time. It is about time that we see some upside here. Alrighty. Robinhood up 3 percentage points. And it's still rising, up 3.1%. That's pretty sweet. We're seeing a little bit of selling pressure here. Look at that volume spike. Jeez. Do you see that volume spike? That is crazy. That is some buying pressure right there. Is it going to keep going up? I mean, looks like it. It does look like it. See what else is happening here. Above resistance. Let me just delete that little line that we have right there. And Palantir moving up just slightly. We have Neo still sitting at 35, which is kind of phenomenal, actually. That is Wood. It could be Wood. It could be Kathy Wood. It could be. I think it is probably Kathy Wood. That's but that's what I think. It's my suspicion. It could be Kathy Wood. Let's see, and it's about the same kind of volume. Also, you can see very consistently. And then we had this spike right here. This could be retail, right? The institution buys, and then you have a retail coming in buying along with the institutions. So because people notice it. This should not necessarily stop right here. It could just keep going up. It broke resistance, and I would say Robinhood is still fairly priced. I think it is definitely underrated. You can see that the volume is picking up very fast, and it's actually we're above market open volumes. We're above that, so this is quite a power hour for Robinhood. Quite interesting. See if it's going to pick up the pace again. Palantir today just stuck under 19.8. Yeah, Palantir is stuck under 19.8. That's the big resistance, right? But if it does go above 19.8, I expect Palantir to do phenomenally. It's about to go above 19.8, though. You can see this very consistently, just not going up above that. Maybe we can compare to let's just use a horizontal rate right here. Let's see if we can grab that bad boy. Yeah, for now it's just been kind of stuck, not able to move above this level. Markets are still green. I would say we're not seeing a whole lot of downside. So if it's going to go up above that resistance right now, it's power hour, lots of volume kicking in many stocks, including Robinhood, which is up 2.7%. Sheg was losing some steam, I think. And let me double check. Sheg. C3 is still at 34. Okay, nice. It's holding up. It is holding up quite nicely. And Rivian is sitting at a market cap of $108 billion. Very rich valuation still, I think. And C3 is... Oh, yeah, that was pretty nice, right? So from the bottom up 9 percentage points. And Palantir is ascending quite fast, actually. You can see we get higher bottoms every single time. This could be the breakout. I think we're going to get a breakout to the upside, above 20. It takes about a percentage here, so... What would be resistance? I think 19.9 maybe. That's my expectation right now. We don't have that much time. We have 24 minutes for this to happen. But I think it is realistic. One moment. Markets are still stable. Cryptos are stable, not really budging that much. Can't believe I just said that. Cryptos are stable. You can see how Bitcoin is kind of going sideways. Same for Ethereum, Cardano, everything really. So that's happening. Doge is sitting at like 18 cents. Ugh, it's kind of ugly. But, you know, people in crypto are used to these very volatile moves. I have a friend of mine who is a crypto person, right? So all into crypto and whatnot. He 10x his money, and he also holds some stock, and he's just bored at how slowly stocks tend to move. And those are growth stocks, right? So he's bored at how slow growth stocks are moving. Imagine that, you know, him holding value stocks, which they don't really budge at all. But yeah, this day and age, you know, people want that quick money, and crypto is very volatile and can provide such excitement, which a lot of people are looking for. Robinhood is pulling back, but I'm still confident that this is this is going to go up higher. I don't think this is going to go back to like 22.4 at this point. It looks like people are sniffing out the bargains, and Robinhood is one of them. Shed going back up slightly. Bumble, I can't believe Bumble actually got back to 36.3. I would have bought some if I noticed, but I think that was about an hour ago, and it just quickly went down to 36. So that was quite a bargain. I think the buy and sell signals on Patreon are going to look very interesting, given how much stocks have gone up. So the difference between the previous buy and sell signals on Patreon are going to look, it's going to be a big difference. You know, everything has gone up substantially, and I think it's going to continue on going like this. This is potentially our little the Santa rally that we were expecting. I mean, looking at the Nasdaq basically went up 5.5%. That is definitely not a small amount. Let me just fix this real quick. Okay, cool. Furthermore, I think Tesla's going higher. Okay. Although Tesla is descending, you can see that Tesla is kind of descending downwards. So the expectation would be we get back to like around 11.30 and then maybe pull back again. Retest this bottom that we had. It could be, or we get a stock split announcement and then the stock just flies all the way up to oblivion. See if I can check the portfolio. I think Robinhood is going up again, isn't it? One moment. Yeah, Robinhood is going up again. It's up 3.2%. 3.2% on Robinhood to the upside. And it looks like we might fill the gap to 24. We have 20 minutes left. Seems to be quite realistic. Robinhood's still moving. I want to actually just cover Robinhood. I mean, it is moving very fast. We're seeing the volume actually stay pretty high. One sec. Wow. This could be a support, 23.2. MACD getting elevated. We could get another extension to the upside, actually. It's not like we're topping out or anything, so much buying pressure just coming in here. This acting as a short-term ceiling around 23.5, at least from what we're seeing. Okay. Oh, is it rising again? It's rising again, isn't it? If it goes above 23.5, that could get real interesting. I think the next level would be around 24, which is about 2 percentage points away from here. But I think we could definitely rise another percent on Robinhood here. I mean, why the hell not? Neo is coming down. Palantir is coming down. AI is coming down. Yeah, okay, there you go. Markets are coming down. Right. So the Nasdaq going negative once more. Selling pressure is now coming back in, and looks like we were going to get some selling pressure here for the last couple minutes. Although UiPath is, I believe, sitting at 47.5. One sec. UiPath sitting at 47.5. Earnings coming up on UiPath, right? I mean, so far, we've seen a lot of negativity around earnings. I mean, I'll give you an example. C3.ai reported earnings, like phenomenal earnings, really, really juicy earnings, and the stock went down 20%. So if this pattern continues, even if UiPath reports really good earnings, I think the stock is still going to go down. So I'm going to be very conservative. I'm going to say it's going to go down back to 42 and then bounce. Just like what we saw with other companies. You know, like if a company like C3 reports good earnings and it still goes down 20%, what can I say, right? That is just pretty wacky. Like, so yeah, I would say be prepared for anything. It could fall to 42 and then get back up. But that's what I'm thinking here. We're seeing negativity just across the board right now. Just a slight amount though, but and then DocuSign, right? What happened to DocuSign? Oh, bad earnings, drops 50%. Like, gosh. So there's a lot of companies that like got wrecked on earnings, good or bad earnings. It did not matter. Stock goes down, and that's kind of the sentiment that we have currently. Nasdaq selling off. Or the S&P now selling off here as well. VIX still coming down, but it's holding up around 20. Gold is going up slightly. Dollar is coming back down. That is helping a lot, I think, that the fact that the dollar is coming down. The 10-year yield is up 3% again. So back-to-back rising here. So people are becoming less fearful. That is the general idea. Neo going below 35 again. Interesting. Seems like Robinhood is also still holding, not going negative. I mean, keep in mind, Robinhood was actually going negative today. I mean, imagine that. I'll show you something crazy on Robinhood stock. Oh, oops, there you go. Right? So, yeah, there you go. So in the pre-market, there was some bullish news about Robinhood, and it was actually briefly sitting at 24. And then from there, it dropped all the way down. That was 9.5% from top to bottom that it dropped. Yeah, that just happened, you know. And that was happening as everything was rallying. So I was buying some Robinhood here in this zone. I was like, hey, I'm going to buy. I mean, I'm crazy for not buying. And now it's been recovering. In fact, it recovered about most of it, right? 7.6%. And I still think it's cheap. Even at 23.3, you know, I think when the crypto wallets come out, whenever that may be, maybe Shiba gets added, it's going to go up like 30, 40 percentage points just like that. I believe my headphones are running out of steam. But yeah, a lot of people have a vendetta with Robinhood. Apparently, I mean, a lot of people just hate it completely, which I get. You know, if you were in that whole GME AMC situation. Hold up, there we go. But I still think it's a good company. I think it's doing pretty phenomenally and sitting quite at relatively cheap levels. And I try to, not have too many feelings for stocks and companies, because you want to try to make, money and try to buy the dip and sell the rip. So you got to think rational about this, not with emotions. If you're thinking, I'm not going to buy Robinhood because Robinhood, GME, and AMC, that's like 1 year ago. That's in the past. It's whatever, I'm sure that Robinhood probably was forced by Citadel or something. Don't sue me, bro. But I think it's still a good company. I think Robinhood is probably one of the first movers in e-trading in terms of popularizing it, and I think they're going to do some great things. I think they have a great future ahead of them. Let's see. Yeah, markets are actually, dropping a slight amount. Nothing too serious. Look at the Russell going down a little bit here. Nasdaq. Although actually we're seeing the S&P bounce again, and the Dow Jones is actually still green, not going down. Russell, getting a little volatile. And are we seeing anything strange? I don't think we are seeing anything strange. Stocks are just looking quite stable, Things are just going sideways again. They're going up and then sideways. Market selling off before after hours is a good thing. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, so many people are negative on Robinhood. It's so unbelievable. It is so unbelievable. Wow. I have not seen an army of people being so negative about a stock since Nikola. Heck, I would argue that people hate Robinhood more than Nikola. And Robinhood is an actual company with an actual product, and it's been doing great things in the past decade. It mind boggles me. Oh man. It's that emotional urge for people to just express themselves is really going to bite them in the butt. I think Robinhood is going to double a couple months from now, and people are going to look at this and be like, "Oh my gosh, I was so angry at Robinhood," and they'll end up buying it anyway at $40. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It always happens. It always happens. They start becoming angry on these kind of companies. Then they don't buy the dip. Then the company rips to the upside. And guess what happens? Suddenly they want to buy because they don't want to miss out on the train. Every single time. Mark my words, this is going to happen. This is, I've been in the market for almost 7 years now. We'll see, Palantir is retesting that resistance here. We got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes here. GGPI is moving about 2 percentage points. Okay, nice. They hate it until they buy it at some point. That's okay. I'll buy it. No problem. You can give me all your Robinhood stock. Neo's sitting at 35. Palantir. Come on, Palantir. Come on, man. 9 more minutes. And Palantir is just not going upwards. At least not above that resistance. Bit of a cup and handle, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bit of a cup and handle pattern, right? That should be bullish. Volumes are coming in. Can you see Robinhood? No, I think Robinhood is going to double. Probably a quarter from now, we're going to see that Robinhood, their market cap just doubled. That's what I think. Oh, look, it's going up again. Surprise, surprise. It's sitting at 23. Are you freaking kidding me? I think it's a steal. So long as rates are sitting at like very low levels, I think Robinhood at 23, it's a freaking steal. 9 more minutes. And what else is happening here? Palantir, come on, man. Resistance. Yep. Oh. Are we gonna get another retest? Come on, Palantir. Give us that juicy upside. I'm talking to a stock. That's how desperate I am right now. It's just not gonna happen, is it? 19.8. It's that resistance, you know. It's selling off again. It's Robinhood heading up higher. Robinhood has its own resistance. I think 23.5. But it's going above it right now, though. Yeah. Robinhood is skyrocketing to the moon. That's how we do. And it looks like we might have seen all the upside here for Robinhood for today. Which, to be honest, it did pretty darn great. And it's still doing pretty darn great. And it's still heading up higher. Wow. That is impressive. Sitting at 23.63 right now, up 4 percentage points. Yeah. What is happening to Palantir? Palantir is stuck. Palantir is stuck. It is not going above the resistance. Robinhood is pushing up higher. Interesting. I think it's really cheap still. That's just my opinion. I think it's still quite cheap. 23.66. Robinhood is being a literal money printer for me right now. But yeah. Usually on these like moves we get like very fast downturn too. So Gara Netlist. What is happening to Netlist? Oh, Netlist is sitting at 5? Oh, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I mean, I bought some Netlist right here. You know, we had a downturn here with Netlist. Huge downturn. I don't know if I want to buy more right now, but I think at $5 it looks kind of juicy. Is Robinhood going up? No, I think we've seen most of the upside for Robinhood for today. And Palantir just stuck at 19.8. Where are the apes? Where's Wall Street Bets to pull it back up? They are not there today. Oh my gosh. And we have 5 more minutes. Oh, there we go. Palantir's going. It is starting to go at least. It's some progress, I guess. And instantly rejected. Just instantly gets rejected by the mighty 19.8 resistance on Palantir. Gosh. Markets are actually going up. So we had a bit of a drawdown, like a tiny downturn, and markets are heading up again. You can see the VIX is actually coming down further, and Robinhood is going up again. So retesting the highs of today. Interesting. Robinhood sitting at 23.65. Fascinating. Oh, it's still heading up higher. Is some juicy upside. 23.7. What? Am I seeing this right? Are we going to the moon? We're going straight to the moon. 23.71. Robinhood up 4.2%. Keep in mind, it was down I believe it was 1.3% at some point. $23.71. and the buying is increasing. We have 4 minutes left. So let me get this straight. In 10 minutes, in roughly 10 minutes, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right around here. It went up 2%. That is not retail buying. It's probably both retail and institutions, but this is some voodoo stuff, right? You can see that the volume also spiked. Patrick Lamb coming in with a $5 donation. Thank you so much for that, Patrick. I think that's probably the first donation that we had for today. Seems like a lot of people are either down on their stock or buying the dip heavily, which is awesome. Okay, so I think the best stock right now, in my opinion, the stocks that I'm buying, I think it's probably either Palantir or Robinhood. C3 I still like, but C3 jumped like 20%, and yeah. Am I getting this right? Neo Neo already jumped like 20%. Yeah, so either Robinhood or Palantir. I'm gonna have to say probably. I think Robinhood. Right? So I still like Robinhood even at 23. I think Robinhood is gonna recover all the way back up to 30, fairly easily in the coming weeks. And the momentum is starting to kick in. Robinhood is up like 13%. Palantir is up. You know what? Actually, Palantir. I'm changing my mind here. I think Palantir is going to go up more. Short term. It's kind of been getting neglected. We got a £1.5 donation from Clive Johnson, UK. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful unicorn cartoon. Let's see. 1 more minute left, and the market is going to close. 1 more minute left. Cryptos are heading up. Market's still green. Geez, I want to look at Robinhood for the one last minute that we have, because it's been moving in strange ways. It is still holding up. It's not selling off. It's up 4.2%. We got less than a minute left, and what a turnaround, right? What a turnaround on Robinhood. Jeez. Oh, it's still heading higher, right? It's very sus. 23.71. Yeah, that last couple minutes of the day starting to really go up. All right, so that was it for today. That was it. That is market close. Weird last minutes. Really weird last minutes, but interesting. I still think growth stocks are cheap. I have been saying this several days now, right? It's the same thing that I'm gonna say again and again and again and again. I think Bumble's still cheap. I think Sheg is still cheap. I think GGPI is still cheap. I think Snapchat is meh. Twitter is still cheap. Beyond Meat cheap. CRISPR cheap. SoFi actually got up quite a lot. UiPath is still cheap. Oh, what the freaking what? Okay, that happened, I guess. I still like Path. I really like Robinhood this price. I still like Virgin Galactic at 16. Alibaba at 125, still cheap. I like Facebook, Meta platforms. I like C3.ai, Palantir, Neo at 35. These are all still looking very cheap, and it seems like they're going to remain cheap. So I like that, because I'm going to take profits and I'm going to gradually diversify my holdings in cheap stocks that I think going to have substantial upside in the coming weeks. So yeah, it's the same thing every single day. I hope there's going to be a time where where I can say that they're not cheap anymore. That would be kind of interesting. It's like, yes, they're finally not cheap anymore, and we're finally seeing some great upside on some great names. I think those days are going to come. I think they're going to come very soon. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, Path just exploded to the upside the last minute. My gosh. It's pretty darn interesting. Look at that! Look at that green candle. That's like that's a massive green candle. That sounds weird, but look at that volume, right? It could be Kathy Wood, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Could be. All right, we're going to be wrapping up the stream. Once again, we are live every single day from Monday till Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. That is Eastern time. That's for market open and for market close. We have 2 live streams every single day. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified for the for tomorrow's stream. Check out the socials. We have Twitter, Instagram. We have a Discord community. We have a Patreon where you can support me, and a TikTok. All the links are down below in the description. So check that out as well. And yeah, once again, if you want to support me on Patreon, these are the benefits you can get: a buy and sell signal list, the stock pick articles. We have a newsletter, Patreon-only Q&A streams, one-on-one consultations, and Discord benefits at patreon.com/Lucid Trading. This is how it looks like. You can join for as little as $3, and I think the buy and sell signal list is gonna kill it the next quarter. I think it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, patreon.com/Lucid Trading. That was it. We're gonna be going. Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow with more content. So see you soon.